Alright, what's up YouTube? It's your boy iProdigy. I apologize for the lighting in the background, and I feel like there's a thing in the screen. I apologize for that. Okay, so I'm going to talk about ETG. ETG 5, it was fantastic. It was great to go to I would say go to the event and really like see how how LAN is, and it was amazing. I've never really had my shots connect. I have never dropped, I would say, as many kills as I did. Really, when I'm playing online compared to LAN. LAN, for me, it's probably the easiest thing I've ever played. It's, I've never felt more confident in gunfights, been able to win mostly all my gunfights. Of course, we had a problem. When we were playing, all the teams that we played against, they had mix amps, and what we didn't know, because this was our first LAN, everyone I talked to, I met a lot of good people, a lot of cool guys, and this was their probably the lowest kid event was first, and that was just the one kid, and his whole team has been to multiple events. But if I talk to all the like more experienced guys, you had I think it was 4 LANs each, and then of course you had Revan, you had Curse NY there. They had on their roster, they played with Nahil, BL Revan, and Sender. Yoshi was actually, he attended the ETG. Sadly, he won the free for all, I believe. Against all these guys. I didn't set up for the free-for-all. And I'm going to talk about a few things that happened at ETG that I liked, but then I didn't. I had problems with ETG. I feel like, there was only, forget how many teams there were. It wasn't too many teams, shockingly. I thought it was going to be more teams. But the way we played, the way that they put us in the bracket, it was really, we got really the shit end of the bracket, where if we would have won a match, if we would have beat, I forget who we played, but these guys were GB Stars. They've been to multiple LANs. The guys that we played have been to 5 LANs together as a team. So when we played, first of all, we couldn't even talk to each other because we're gonna have the mix amp. All right, so the mix amp, as you guys can see, you have to. Where's my wires? This thing, you plug into these cables, and then you can hear each other. Considering Agony and Dennis, or Jabberwocky, or Monster, whatever he's gonna change his name to, they cannot hear us. And when I'm trying to call out loud, because I know they can't hear us, the other team can hear us. And that's something, we weren't used to at all. So teams would know where we're going. We really got the shit end of it. We really didn't know too much about LAN. It's good that we learned about it. That means, Andrew and Dennis are going to have to get Astros so then we could hear each other. It's just a little rough for all of us. Or, well, I couldn't say I did. I guess I could say this. I practically did probably the best on my team through all the games and maps. Agony, or Andrew, he did very good in I believe it was Freight S&D. He did very well. It was worked out good, but the problem was our submachine gun players really weren't picking up the kills. Understanding that it's our first event, but it was a little rough. Strike zone domination, both sides. I was on top. I have an AR. I'm just controlling one side. We wouldn't lose home flag too often or anything like that, but then we couldn't pick up any other flags. I did my job. I won multiple gunfights. And it was a little rough. Communicating, well, not communicating was really our problem. We couldn't really call out because then the other team would hear us. And then back to the bracket. So the team that beat us, they had five. They've played together for 5 lands, and they have had multiple successes when I would talk to them. Then we played a semi-pro team from 2 guys from high society, and then we sort of I would say accepted defeat when we were going to play these guys, because we were there. We left 6 o'clock from my house. I had Andrew and Dennis with me, so we drove to Nanuet, New York, where ETG was, and 4 o'clock started 4v4s. I'm pretty sure 4 or 5. Played our first map. Our team, we had no one in the 2v2 or the free-for-all series, so we were very underpracticed. All these other guys were warmed up, so it was rough in that matter. So we ended up playing. We played on the main stage, but it wasn't live streamed because they were having a lot of problems. And then from there, after we lost that, we had to wait 4 hours to play our next match. We were tired. Greg had to leave. He had a 4-hour drive, so he left, I think, like 4 a.m. 4 or 5, I believe. And it was rough. It was waking up that early. Wish we probably would have stayed or slept at the hotel or something. So it was a little rough in that aspect. Considering we had to wait to play, we weren't warmed up at any of our matches. The last map, we actually quickscoped because we already knew we were going to lose. These guys were top amateurs. The way they played against Curse NY and lost to them, it was close matches. The S&D that they played against the guys from Curse, they lost by a round. They lost by 20 points in a Domination Octane. We had to play Domination Octane with them. These guys were trying to... it was a little funny because they were trash talking, even though they didn't know we were all using snipers until... I believe it was Dennis. He got a collateral, and this guy's like, "Oh my God, he's using a sniper!" And then we all started shouting. We're like, "We've been using snipers this whole game." And then they asked if we want to play second side, and we're like, "Of course we want to play second side. It's just fun right now." Then they ended up quickscope, and we had a lot of fun in that aspect. Except for one guy, he didn't want to quickscope, of course, because he doesn't want to have fun. They were gonna win anyway. They beat us on the first side by 60 points. But, we had a lot of fun doing that. We had a lot of fun when we had to try. I believe, it just felt good. But obviously, first event, I couldn't say we did bad. I believe we placed actually 12th. We did a lot better than a few teams. Shout out to Pex Gaming. Those guys I met them. I hung out with them. Someone asked me, I forget what team they were. I coached a team when they were playing. They sadly lost the match because this kid, Huevos, I guess he didn't really know what he was doing. He seemed a little lost playing. He was definitely really quiet, and he did absolutely not very good. Same with this other kid. He struggled in Search and Destroy, dropped a donut in Sovereign, and it hurt the team really bad. He truthfully just needed 2 kills, and then they probably could have won the S&D. But that's sadly how it goes. I had a lot of fun at the event. I recommend, if you're going to go to an event, have everyone have Astros, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to communicate, and then you're screwed. I also talked to Revan for actually a good amount of time. Funny guy. He's a really cool person. I didn't really talk to BL Fire because BL Fire came later in the day. And then Revan was there dead early, and it was great to talk to him. Someone actually asked him how to roll up their controller, and Revan kept making jokes and made fun of the kid, but it was all good. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, ask as many questions as you guys want for LAN and stuff. I don't know everything, but it was a lot of fun. So peace out, guys.